and limp their way out. Oh, that is a fantastic fire kick as the sidestep does come in, but there is the barrier having to be used. Duro there with the shield as well, as Ruler is in a lot of trouble. The flash forward from Raptor, and he's able to keep himself alive as well with the help of Kel, and first blood over to BNK FEARX as Canyon dealing with a crocodile here who's trying to kill his crab.
Vicla's over here. I think Canyon should be able to secure 2 of these at least. Can get the first one without smite, the second one, and frankly with Chovy coming over now, should be able to get all 3. But it feels like a paltry prize in comparison to what was given over on the other side, as Ruler does end up going down there. And the bottom duo is a little bit split as Duro's moving around the map trying to make a larger impact. Sometimes you just get chain dove repeatedly. And if the enemy jungler loses prior, they can't help you out. And so it's better to just swap like this when you have a tank top lane. BNK will get the second dragon I was talking about. Zvika looks for an all-in.
Yeah, looking for a bit of an angle here, but Chovy, Petrifying Gaze comes down. There is a fair bit of poisoning on to Vikla, who uses the perfect execution just to escape.
Sources, they're going to commit the TP for Keen. They want to contest this.
Yeah, and he's got ulti, so I don't know whether BNK can really do too much about this. Clear can teleport in if he would like. But look at this. This is what Keen does, by the way, in the mid-game. He just stands in front of people. And there's cease and desist trying to get into the backline. The arrow is going to fly in as well, but Raptor is just dead because Keen stops anyone from doing anything. Clear is going to be able to make his way forward as Kellen is in the Cataclysm, and the culling is going to eat him up. Now Canyon in a little bit of trouble as there's a big Renekton after him. He will be able to take down the Jarvan, but now Ruler is free hitting. The flash in from Clear does nothing at all, and now Vikla and Taeyeon are looking to try and escape the wrath of Keen. And on the miasma, nowhere for this Ashe to go, and didn't have flash anyway, so he wasn't escaping.
Say
and
goodbye.
Down Taeyeon
Would be the easiest way to summarize it, but I think it goes layers deep than that, because now Chovy is 1,200 gold ahead, Ruler is ahead, Taeyeon's out of the commanding position he was in.
Old metal axe.
It's crazy how you can play so methodically and build a lead up.
That's not an axe, that's a hammer. So.
Yeah. Whatever. You could build a lead so methodically, right? Play it through this Ashe lane, push Ruler into such an uncomfortable spot, make him farm in top lane, have all the cards, you're a Kali.
No Melio ult necessary to save him from that. As Canyon going to get a nice little knock up here onto Raptor.
This is not a favorable engaged position, BNK.
Yeah, I would let this one go.
They did not have the Seraphine in close enough range to follow up. Like, she would have been able to line up the shot, but there's so much space. It would have taken Sol, and Ruler would have been able to dash away or sidestep. He has flash.
Doesn't quite get there. The beat is going to drop. And GenG, bit of a failed engage as we have 20 seconds left on this Drake. And the Renekton is getting some work done in that top lane.
And Clear gets something out of this.
And might even be able to get this entire turret. So far, not a great trade here for Gen.G. And Clear, he took notes on what happened when they messed up that first engage and said, you know what, I'm hard committing.
Yeah, he's just going to go all the way in to that top turret. Keen will respawn here now, but the turret is dead.
Yeah.
Chovy's turret that he was trying to take was, at least for a little while, defended, but now that Canyon comes down, I think he will get it with this next wave. So it's an inner, though, plus outer for just an outer. So definitely a trade-up for BNK still engaging with him, or interacting with him, or engaging on him.
It's just going to be a really difficult time, as Chovy is just going to teleport towards the bottom lane, looking to try and lock down Clear here. The train going to come on through, and that is a bit of extra damage towards Clear. Chovy just sprints over, though. And Noxious Blast needs to be avoided. There's the Petrifying Gaze, doesn't get stunned up, and now Raptor's going to make his way in. The arrow is going to come through and interrupt a Q that was never going to land, as Clear is still trying to keep himself alive, but it's not going to work. Down goes the Crocodile, and Raptor's like, well, I mean, we tried.
I want to point out to everyone that Clear still has a 1,300 gold lead and a 40 CS advantage, and Keen has a 300 gold bounty.
Soul as well, as Vikla with some fancy footwork to try and escape here, but Canyon, he's going to move on over, and the escape is on, as Vikla might be able to get out of this, but it's just not really going to be enough. Keen's the one that locks down the kill, and that could be the sign to go towards Baron. Let's go with some achievable goals, shall we, BNK FEARX? Because that ain't it. Arrow is going to sail on in, but just goes past the Baron, and now Raptor is very, very dead. Ruler gets on over the wall, as Clear with the teleport in, kind of regrets it, but does have the big old shield to keep himself alive.
What is with the impossible contest attempts?
Yeah,
this one they were like, we have a Renekton in the bottom lane, maybe we can get a turret. Just like last time, they're like, nah.
Obviously, Taeyeon and Kellen do not have the ability to secure that, but I don't even think Canyon needed his smite. As now Chovy looking for an angle here. Noxious Blast going to connect. Fire Kick is going to try and push him away, but another one is going to land. These Twin Fangs doing so much work. The Cataclysm will come down, and that allows Chovy to grab that kill. Now with their Baron, they're able to rip through this turret, as Keen is just a demolition man on this Scion. 8 seconds until he has the ulti up, and we've seen this play before. 3 seconds. As he has flash, he's going to use it to get himself out of here. Does have the good old shield, and Dura comes on over to make sure that he doesn't even have to ult, ladies and gentlemen.
When I asked if he could kill him, I was kidding, of course.
Yeah. Oh dear, that's just not
he
not
took
very
like
fair, is it?
4 turret shots, I think, as well.
Yeah.
On the inner.
Well, Canyon looking for a fight instead of anything else. Keen is still like meandering back down here, doesn't have teleport. As Raptor, not sure about that play, as Ruler is going to be able to get on top of him. Cease and desist is more of a question rather than an ability in that situation, as there's Ruler dashing forward. Not sure about that one, but actually he is. Tain looking for the angle here, as he will be able to take down Duro before inevitably dying. And Clear, he just respawned.
Surely he won't try to contest this Infernal Soul.
Surely he has that level of bravery.
He does like to come to the objectives that are extremely defendable so far this game. I think this game can be summed up by the Herald fight that happened early on, and this gold graph can be summed up by the Herald fight that happened early on.
Yeah.
And
yeah, this is the problem, and this is why it feels so bad when you lose a fight like that. GenG will just never let you back in, and it just feels so frustrating. As now, yeah,
trying to kill Scion again.
He only went 1 stop there as well. Like, he barely even traveled. Just gets himself out of the way. That is going to mitigate any sort of cross-play there away from GenG. As Canyon looks to try and turn that arrow into an engage. Culling is going to get interrupted by Raptor, as now Ruler trying to keep himself alive. Clear gets on top of him, but Ruler has so much support. It is going to be Vikla that shuts him down in the end, but Canyon turns up. It's a triple for Chovy. This guy's Cassiopeia was left alone and will now just sap all of the health bars of BNK FEARX as he collects himself the quadra kill. And Raptor is going to try and deny the Penta, but he will not be able to deny the game.
No. And I don't think Chovy will be able to take him out here, but ultimately the game is over, and that's the most important thing.
Oh, wait a second.
He's teasing it. He's teasing it.
In he goes. And there's another ult from Keen. I'm amazed that he managed to have that one back up. Pentakill! Wow, it was so delayed. But Chovy is going to pick it up. That's back-to-back pentakills.
Yes.
Thanks, Gillette. Really managing to get on the screen here over the last couple of days, as BNK FEARX will